No, this is Fonzie. It's not Andrew freaking McCoy. It's Fonzie. But we'll get to more on that just a little bit later. There's always a ton of people to thank and a ton of people to congratulate. First of all, I know there's a bunch of them here. I really want to congratulate Dan Ritter and all the Latrobe guys. That was marvelous. I mean, watching that on TV. The people I have to thank, Darcy, Steve Levine, Dave, Tim, Karen, John, Deanna, the rest of the Allegheny board. You guys are fabulous. You guys have no idea what these people do to get you on the ice each year. Please give them a big hand. There's a big guy at the end of the table to the right, and when this man hugs you, you are hugged. He's also the best business manager I've ever had in 15 years of coaching. He's more like a general manager. I can tell you how many goals we score on rainy days in February when there's a full moon. That's the kind of stats Jimmy gives you. That's the kind of dedication he has. I love this guy. He's a great friend, Jimmy Orr. Just like every other coach, I have to thank the right people, my wife Beth, my daughter Sarah, Karen Meyer, Renee Martz. You guys have been great. The support you've given us the last decade plus, really appreciate it. I'd like to thank the parents. This is the best group of parents I've been blessed. You guys are fantastic. The grandparents, the little sisters, the little brothers. A great hockey team is like a family, and all of you were a big part of all our success this year and in previous years. Note cards. Nails would be nice. I'd like to thank, if I called these guys assistant coaches, I'd be incredibly remiss, because each and every one of them could step in and take my job in a heartbeat and probably do it a hell of a lot better. Bob Martz hasn't had a kid in this organization for more than a decade, but he's been with me for 10 years. Marty, thanks. Love you guys. Angie McCoy sent me a picture of us when we won the Mid-Am Championship with the four coaches standing in front of this blue banner, and it said, "The brains behind the group." Well, if you would have taken me and Bob and Brian out of the bunch and left Tim Meyer in there by himself, you would have had that caption would have been absolutely right. Tim's always the smartest guy in the room. He's a fantastic coach, probably the hardest working coach I've ever been a pleasure to deal with, and just a fantastic friend and a great guy, Tim Meyer. This next guy played for me not that long ago. It was in this decade, but he always does something fun with his hair for the Banquet. This year I think it's the Beatcock deal. He was a fantastic player. He's a tremendous coach, Brian Sholey. As you can see here, we went 31-14-1 this year. We won the PAL playoffs. We won the Mid-Am, what is it, Beth? States. Okay, she always corrects me on that. But these guys, as Darcy said, thanks Darcy for tearing up so I don't have to, the amount of time these guys have all spent at Allegheny, this is what they've accomplished in the last 3 years. They've won 93 games. They had 10 ties, lost 34 games. They won the Allegheny Hockey Association tournament twice. They won the Rock and Roll Cup, which was basically a AAA tournament in Cleveland. They won the preseason challenge. They won the Steel City Cup. They played in the semifinals of every tournament they entered, at least in that time span with that format. They played in the PAL finals 3 times. They won the PAL regular season. They finished second twice. They won the PAL playoff. They won the Mid-Ams twice. They finished as runner-ups at districts this year. And perhaps best of all, because if you know me, Dan and I are completely opposite as coaches. I'm like, let's go play offense. Go, 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 go. But thanks to the goaltending and defensemen we had, we gave up under 2 goals a game consistently for the last 3 years. So that's just a fabulous achievement. And it shows you what you can do if you stick with it and stick together. Playing Fonzie here. The low point and the turning point of our season came in the Rock and Roll Cup in early February, in Cleveland. We lost to the mid-state Altoona something contrived BS 6-0. And the smartest guy in the room, Tim, with some help from me and Bob and Brian, figured out that Altoona's entire game plan was just to get us irritated, start screaming at one another, and freak out. So we were driving back from Cleveland Monday morning, and I said to my wife, who do you think the coolest person on the planet is or was? And I'm voting for Steve Van Zandt from the East Street Band, and she goes, nah, Fonzie. And I thought about it and went, yeah, you're right. When you get to work tomorrow, rather than actually do work, print me out like 22 pictures of Fonzie. So she did. And we gave them all out to the kids, and we told them, regardless of what happened in a game, we had to be cool, like the Fonz. Well, if you look at us going into the playoffs and everything else, half the kids had the picture of Fonzie on top of their bag. The coaches all had Fonzie and little pictures of Fonzie in their jackets. Kamler put his picture somewhere where I can't tell you. Anyway, Fonzie somehow turned out to be not only the coolest guy in the room, but sort of like kind of the MVP of the team. So it really worked out for us. We won PAL, we won Mid-Ams, and this is one of Karen's favorite stories. I ran into Dave Weaver in Toledo at the Mid-Ams, and Dave told me there were only 2 games he wanted to win all year, and that was the PAL championship game and the Mid-Am championship game. Well, geez, sorry, Weave. We'd like both of them. Just to wrap up real quick, Allegheny Hockey Association is like a family. And there's a gentleman whose son played at Allegheny for a long time by the name of Ed McDonough. And he sent me a congratulatory email after we had won the Mid-Ams. And in the email, Ed said, most of all, you provided an opportunity for a lot of kids to have a lifetime of memories. Well, Ed was wrong. Just like B.J. Zagorek did a couple years ago, thanked me for getting his name on the banner. It's wrong. Ed, sorry, but there are a lot of kids sitting at that table that have given me a lifetime of memories. Thank you. I really, truly appreciate it. And finally, this is my 14th year at Allegheny, and Dan summed it up. Coaches have a unique bond. There were guys like Todd Purvis, Ray Wroblewski, Gary Freese, Bobby Martz, John Kalichuk, and Danny Moy, who accepted me right from the beginning. And when we went to Toledo for Mid-Ams, Mom and Dad and brother and sister and Grandpa and Uncle and Aunt and cousin, they were all there. There was someone standing in the lobby just blew me away. And he is a coaching brother, and he's struggling with some health issues right now. But this man drove to Toledo to watch us play because he said, I'm close to these guys, I'm close to these coaches, and it means the world to me to see you guys go for this. As the guys call him, Coach T, Bobby Robath is dealing with some health issues right now. But please, when you hit your knees tonight and say a prayer, please say one for Bob. Okay? He's a great guy, and he's one of us. He's a brother. He's an Allegheny guy. I can't sum up the amount of fun this has been for me. And if I really retire, I think John's going to have to shove me out the door. Darcy won't let me quit, but maybe I will. So thanks. God bless you. Congratulations.